This was the question that my memory is phenomenal through the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is there any verse in the Quran which speaks about memory? As far as people keep on asking me that what is the secret? Do you have a computer chip? What is the secret? The secret, it is given in the Quran. And in my Dawah training program which I take for my students, I say there are three things required. Number one, the Quran says in Surah Imran, chapter number 3, verse number 160, that if Allah helps you, none can overcome you. If Allah forsakes you, who is there then who can help you? So let the believers put the trust in Allah. Number one is trust in Allah. Number two, the Quran says in Surah Ankabut, chapter number 29, verse number 69, if you strive in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you struggle and do jihad in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will open up your pathways. Number two is hard work. And number three is, Allah says in Surah Anbiya, chapter number 21, verse number 7, and Surah Nahl, chapter number 16, verse 43, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلِ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. If you don't know, ask the person who is knowledgeable. The third is the technique. The technique which we train in our Dawah training program. People ask me, Mr. Zakir, what is the technique? I tell that is the third and the least important. Number one is faith in Allah. With all your techniques in the world. You know, many of my students have done MBA and memorizing technique, triangle and horse. I don't know whether they know about the triangle technique and this and that and pegging. Initially they are good students. Towards the end, they come at the bottom. Allah's help is the best, better than any pegging or any triangle, anything. Number one. How do you get Allah's help? If you strive in His way. You strive in His way, you have to get success. If you don't get success, you are not striving correctly in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Regarding technique of memory, etc., that is least important.